Well, 7 months after their previous alliance imploded, they stand together again. A group of French political parties calling themselves the Popular Front, unveiling their manifesto at a press conference in downtown Paris earlier. The Greens, Marine Tonnelier speaking, and said it's either the far right or us, this ahead of the first round of legislative elections on June 30th. Take a listen.
The pension reform law will be repealed in the first 15 days of our victory on July 7th. I am calling on all those that were against these reforms, those that marched with us, signed petitions with us, watched us fight in the National Assembly to bring down this law. We promised that we would never give up. Well, we're here. They thought they won that match, but one never wins forever in politics.
Our reporter Clovis Casali attended that press conference, and we can speak to him now. Hello to you, Clovis. A lot of people took the microphone. Tell us about some of the notable takeaways you had from that press conference.
Well, you just heard from Marine Tondelier, the boss of the Green Party. She said it was an emotional moment for her, a historic time, and no choice but to defeat the far right in France, or else the country would be in danger. It's Emmanuel Macron for the France Unveiled party, the radical left, who addressed the journalists first because his party is dominant in this left-wing bloc. And Emmanuel Macron said there would be two main themes in this manifesto. Peace on an international level, of course, with a full support for Ukraine in the face of the Russian aggression, and also everything would be done to reach an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. And then he said there was also questions regarding the purchasing power of the French people, very important for this left-wing bloc. And Emmanuel Macron, like the rest of the left-wing parties in this coalition, say they want to block prices on food, on products of first necessity, as well as block the price of energy that has been rising, of course, in recent months. Emmanuel Macron for France Unveiled said there were 150 measures altogether, and this was really a manifesto to break away from Emmanuel Macron and his government and policies they believe have damaged the purchasing power of the French people, as well as the general situation here in the country. And when asked, how are you going to finance this? Well, for the left-wing bloc, it's very simple. We will get the money where it is, and that is raise taxes for the richer parts of French society and have a special tax on the super profits, as it's called here, of some companies who have made huge profits, notably during the COVID pandemic.
We did not hear from Jean-Luc Mélenchon, the leader of France Unveiled. What role does he have in this alliance, Clovis?
Well, Jean-Luc Mélenchon is the boss of France Unveiled, that radical left party I was telling you about, the party that has the most constituencies in this deal, because, of course, the left-wing bloc is going to be presenting one single candidate per constituency in order to stand a chance to win and get some kind of a majority in this legislative election. Jean-Luc Mélenchon, divisive figure, polarizing one. He is not very much appreciated in the ranks of the Socialists, of much of the Green Party, and Glucksmann, who is the socialist who was leading the socialists in the European election, made it very clear this morning Jean-Luc Mélenchon is not a consensual figure. Therefore, he can't be the candidate if the left wing wins the elections. He can't be the next prime minister. You can see the action behind me. Take a look. You have all of these left-wing heavyweights responding, answering questions of journalists. We were there minutes ago, and I can tell you, all smiles here with these leaders. And in the salons of the venue, well, there's some kind of a cocktail going on with French politicians, sipping red wine for some. It is France after all.